welcome to another edition, man, of the afternoon special, man, with yours truly, Fed, man. What's up? And, man, nice day outside. Let me take these phones off me. Y'all don't mind if I get comfortable, do you? Take these phones off, man. No shades required. Yeah, man, so how y'all doing today, man? What's going on? Oh, it's a nice day. About 3 p.m. Eastern time. Like, living it up, doing it up, man. Yeah, it's business as usual, with G early in the morning, handling business, doing what we do best, content creating, dealing with, Airbnbs and rental cars, and, that stuff never stops on a daily basis, man. There's always a need for that. And we're here to provide it, right? Yeah, so, like I said, I like to pop in and talk to you guys about certain things I've been thinking about. And I think the topic today is like purpose, like what is your purpose? Like what are you doing this for? Or what are you doing whatever you're doing for? Why are you waking up 6 a.m. in the morning to go to work? Or why are you working a night shift? Like, what is your purpose? Like, what are you doing a lot of this stuff for? Is it just for the money? Is there a reason? Because once you find your purpose, everything else falls in line, because I used to think it was all about the money. Like, that's all I wanted was the money. But I had to flip it, because it really wasn't all about the money for me, really, and I actually don't care about it like that anymore. Like, my purpose now is so much greater, for the reasons that I do what I do, because I have family and I have a 4-year-old son, so my purpose has become greater than what I could even imagine. Like, so I'm aiming for the top, really, but it's not for the money. It's for the legacy. It's for my kids to remember my name. It's for my kids' kids to remember my name. At least they remember, grandpa, pops, great grandpops did something, and that's what, so really, that's what I was thinking about today, man. Like, why, what am I doing a lot of this for? Like, do I just want to hang out with the homies? No. Do I want to continue to work these long hours without enjoying anything? But I do enjoy the work that I do, obviously. I do it every day. And it's like a vacation to me. Maybe not a vacation to you. Cancun and Cabo is a vacation, to some people. But to me, doing this every day is like a vacation. Like, I feel like I'm really living it, man. And, that's why me, G, and the rest of the crew, you'll meet some of the rest of the crew. Like, we really sync up, and that's what we're doing. And this isn't anything about anything else. It's just really, what is your purpose? So mine's was my father. Like, he created that purpose for me because, he passed away when I was 17 years old. And at that time, I was 17. I had a younger brother and a younger sister. And I felt like I had to do something because he did so much for me. And once he passed away, man, I felt like he just passed the torch and made me I had to grow up fast. Like, and because he did so much for me in my lifetime, I had him because I was with my father from 6 to 17. Trust me, I'm grateful that I had him for that long. Because some people look at it as a negative, or maybe like, man, they feel sorry for me, but really you don't have to, because I had him for 10 plus years. in my life, and he really he made sure I was good at all times. He made sure, he did his job as a father. He taught me a lot, whether it be taking me to the cleaners and teaching me some stuff, having little talks with me in the car. Shoot, I can't, man, anytime I want to fill up, if I am driving a gas car, because I don't anymore really. I have some gas cars, but I don't drive them. But I drive electric now, that's the wave for me. But if I am driving a gas car and I want to pump some gas, man, I remember he used to always go to the Amoco gas station, which it's not Amoco anymore. It's like BP now. So I always like to still go to BP because it was Amoco, and my dad used to go to the Amoco. So it's one of those things where you're like, man, it goes deeper than what you could even think of, because I'm like, man, I'm catching myself thinking about stuff like that always because my dad would always go to the Amoco. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? He had his preference, but it turned into my preference. So once he passed away, I felt like, man, I gotta, how do I honor him? How do I make sure that, he didn't die in vain, but he didn't die for any specific health issues and stuff like that. But I just wanted to make sure that he didn't, I always feel like he's with me, and I don't want him to think like I'm taking my foot off that gas for 1 second, because I felt like, okay, he got cut short, but I'm here to take it to the next level, and that's my job. So I made sure, as part of that job, I had to make sure I took care of his kids too, So I had to pay tuitions and house kid, my younger brother and sister and stuff like that, make sure that was good, make sure they handle their educational purposes, and now they're doing phenomenal, he'd be very happy, and I think I want to make him happier than that. So my purpose is to make sure that, I'm able to continue his legacy, even through my name, even with what I'm able to obtain, because I'm not stopping. That's my purpose. So that's what keeps me driving. That's what keeps me going. It makes me want to do greater things at all times. And I'm not just thinking about the money. I'm thinking about that as well. There's other purposes as well, but that one is the main one. That's the driver, because anytime it doesn't seep in for me to stop, I'm going. So you got to ask yourself, what is your reason? Why are you doing these things? And once you find that out, it'll make things clear. You'll understand, like, there's a lot you can do in life. So whether I was working my butt off at, while people were clubbing and hanging out, man, I was working my butt off. I was working. I talked to you guys too about like how I used to do picker packer jobs, and I was picking and packing at a, once I started as far as working seriously, man, I was picking, packing, and then I rose myself to, to higher heights, to where I am now, and I could have the cars and the houses, and I could live kind of how I want to live in a way, but I still don't feel fulfilled about it, and that's another thing. Got to pat yourself on the back sometimes too, but that's another conversation. Yeah, so it's your reason why, man. Like, you got to have a reason why. Why are you doing things? Why are you working this hard? Or why are you not? If you're not working hard, is there a reason? You probably don't have a purpose. You probably need to, what is your reason? But I think it makes more sense to have a reason to why you're doing certain things, and why it's cultivating into different avenues and the different things. But I go hard because my father, he wanted me to. He made sure that I was equipped to do so. And I can't let him down. I can't do it. And I wanted to make sure that his kids didn't have to ask for anything. If they needed to ask for something, they asked me. And that wasn't that could have been a little pride thing too, because that's just what it is. But I wanted to make sure, because if he was here, he'd make sure of that too. So I had to take on that role. I had to, when things came up, I had to put groceries in the fridge. When stuff had to be paid, I had to pay it. And I had to grow up and work to do so, but I always had a reason to why I was doing it. And it wasn't just to show off and flash to anybody or tell anybody I'm doing it. I'm telling you guys for the purpose of a message, but it wasn't for me to go out here and show off to anybody or tell anybody I did it. I was doing it for my own personal reasons. And to this day, I'll still do it. If they need it, they could still come back to me. So, yeah, I could have got some scrutiny for it and things of that nature, but that was what I wanted to do. And everything I felt that he had or didn't have, I wanted to get it all back. So, yeah, they were kind of my selfish reasons, but that's what kept me going on a daily basis. I had to do it. I had to achieve it. And I'm still trying to achieve it, because once again, I felt like he got cut short, and everything happens for a reason, because I wouldn't know what would happen if not, but I always feel like he's with me. And I want this message to be, what's your reason that you're doing certain things? Like, why are you not doing, or why are you doing? Is there someone that you guys are making proud, man? Like, yeah, let me know what you think, man, in the comments below. And and if your purpose is that you want more, man, this is all we're about over here. Me, G, and the rest of the crew. This is what we're about here. This is why you guys should consider following, subscribing. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, man, and let's build a community. We need you guys, And it's just, it's your reason. Like, just do it. Like, shoot, G and I are talking about some high level stuff, and we're just doing. Like, we're doing it right now. We're not waiting on anybody. We're just doing. And he's got a purpose, and I got a purpose. Because of our background and where we came from. My dad, he's from Haiti. Like, he ain't have nothing. I never seen him work a day in his life. I'd never seen him punch in a day in his life. So he was always working. He was always trying to teach me independence and entrepreneurship from a young age. I seen him do it. Like, for real, I seen him do it. Seen him wake up, put on those pants and those feelers. Old boy used to wear feeler, man. Like, I won't wear feeler now, but he used to always pop with them feelers, man. And he always wanted to be tucked in too. I don't got that game yet. I do it every once in a while, but he always wanted to be tucked in and neat, have his haircut always, fresh, Haitian fresh. Yeah, but yeah, man, he came here with whatever he had, and he made a lot of himself. And anybody who ever talks about my father, man, they always say how he was generous, and how he always kept himself well and had money for himself and stuff like that, and helped a lot of people out. So it was great to hear those type of things and to know. And I trust me, I known him. Obviously I was with him until I was 17, so I knew a lot. But it just was. I'm just thinking about it like, man, it's a lot of my reason for why I'm doing so stuff, for why I'm relentless, for why I'm working so hard. And we want, the community, because that's what we're about, man. We're just about, trying to achieve our goals and trying to do what we're supposed to do. And that's the reason why. So what is your reason why? Like, why are you doing what you do? And if you haven't found out why you're doing what you do, maybe you should. Because I'm ultra competitive too. Don't tell me I can't do anything. Don't tell me, if you tell me, I'm going the opposite way, because I'm gonna feel like I could do it. So while we're working hard like this and doing what we do, like, what is your purpose? You know, another purpose of mine right now is my son. He's 4 years old. You know, he's a lot of the reason I do things past what it is. And I want him to have his reason for why he's doing things. It could be to make Pops proud. It could be to make himself proud. It could be to make his mom and his grandma proud. I don't know, but it could be those reasons. So the message on the afternoon special, 3 p.m. Eastern time it was. Maybe it's 3:30 now or something like that. But still, it's all about the message and why are you doing what you do on a daily basis? Why are you waking up in the morning, going to work all the time? You're working your butt off, but is it just for the money? I don't know. I don't think so. Not for me anyways. The money is a comfort thing. You could have it and it helps me do other things that I want to do. But is it just for the money? Whereas it could be for a purpose and a reason, and that's going to keep your drive going. And I'm trying to have you guys keep your drive going, because that's what keeps me going. Anytime, there is no doubt, really. There's just doing, executing, handling business. But yeah, man, that's kind of what I wanted to that's what I wanted to kind of let out. That was the message I wanted to talk about today. We're gonna do it. We got a lot more coming. We got a lot more content on the way. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. And if you guys are tuning in, man, I really appreciate it. Appreciate you if you watched it straight through, because the message is powerful, man. It's really my message. It's really what I've been through. It's really, my life experiences. Hope you guys appreciate it too. But I'm in a space where I could talk about it, and I want to share it with you guys. And if you are going through that, man, you're not alone. If you had a loved one that you lost, you're not alone, man. It happens, and you got to use it. You got to use it as fuel. Don't use it as a negative, because it's not always a negative. Sometimes it's tragic, sometimes it is sad, but it's not always a negative. You could channel it and use it in a different way. I use my father's passing as a motivator to do greater things, to try to, achieve what he would want me to achieve. So, man, once again, man, it's that afternoon special, man. We in the Airbnb, we in one of our Airbnbs over here. We hanging out, not really hanging out, but we here working. But wanted to stop in, and I had this in I was just thinking about it, and I was like, yo, I gotta drop in. Once I drop in, that's what I'm talking about. And we got more coming on the podcast, man. We got some guests. We got somebody who's gonna be here most of the time with me. Sometimes, we might be in a different spot, but for the most part, you might see us in one of the Airbnbs or something like that. We'll just do something here and talk about it, reflect a little bit, and sometimes we'll have some special guests and stuff like that, man. But definitely follow, subscribe, leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you don't, what you think about the whole thing. I like the feedback. I could take it all. Let me know. I don't mind it. I ain't turning off my comments. I ain't turning nothing off. Yeah, so yeah, man, let me know what you guys think, man. Follow us, man. G. Follow G. He's the guy. He's the one making it all happen and look good. Follow G. Follow me. Follow me. If you want to, if you got the time to. And y'all could have been doing a lot of things today, man. If y'all chose to rock with me, man, I appreciate it, for real. For real. I'm not lying about that. I really do appreciate it, because this channel ain't going nowhere without you guys, period. So if I don't get the support, it's not gonna matter. So I do care about what you think, contrary to popular belief, right? Yeah, so appreciate you guys, man, for tuning in once again to that afternoon special, man. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Don't forget about your reason why, man. And I'm out, man. I gotta go.